going on, guys? Welcome to Keynote Comics, and if you didn't know already, this is the place where you can discover comic books and comic book related content. I am Brandon Griggs, and what we have today is a unboxing. Now this is a big book for me, like big, I don't even know, like probably not the biggest book that I'll probably ever buy in my life, but right now it is the biggest book I've currently bought in my life. All right.
You could have put a down payment on a house, Brandon.
Could have, but didn't. So, probably already know by the title. Maybe you don't. I don't even know what we're going to put as the title. But this is an Amazing Spider-Man 129 Signature Series. So, with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this box.
You'll find out what grade it is.
What grade is it? Who signed it?
Whoa. Orders.
So, I've been wanting this book. I think I've announced it several times on the channel where this has been something I wanted to pick up. I had, Giant Size X-Men as one of them. And then I also had Ghost Rider, Marvel Spotlight 5 as well. And honestly, you guys probably already are aware that those books have taken off. And yeah, probably not going to be getting them. And to explain exactly how bad it's gotten, there was a 9.6 Marvel Spotlight 5, which was a signature series signed by Stan Lee, and it pretty much was on eBay for about $4,000 to $5,000. I had been saying earlier in the channel that I thought that the book was undervalued, especially getting it in high grade with the black cover, and yeah, I ended up checking out that book on a Comic Link auction, and it sold for $55,000 to $57,000. So that same exact book that I could have purchased at a 9.6 on eBay for $4,000 to $5,000, I didn't do it. I definitely could have liquidated something and ended up picking it up, but I didn't. And yeah, you win some, you lose some. So I was trying to make sure that I don't end up making that same mistake on a book like this. The prices have started moving up, especially with the way that the market is currently going, and I figured I'd just go ahead and dive into it. One of the key things that I've been waiting for is to get one in a good, to get the signature in a really good space. Now, there was one that I was trying to get before, and the seller on eBay just kept pushing it up, and you guys have probably seen it already. It's listed at about $29,000 or something like that at the moment. They'll probably push it up again, especially if there's any news that the Punisher will return, will be in the MCU and everything like that. And maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. There's still the rumors going around about Charlie Cox being in the not Amazing Spider-Man, but the next Spider-Man movie for Spider-Man 3. So we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. But let's just show you guys what we have going on here. I do want to shout out the eBay seller that I purchased this from. The book was actually... Should I stop? So the book was actually a decent amount more than what I had paid for it, and I was like, hey, I've seen the last sell for this amount of money, and they kind of met me in the middle from what they wanted, and from what I wanted. So I guess things basically worked out like that. Seller was more than reasonable with the price, in my opinion. Great response time, especially when they were like on a business trip or something like that. So it wasn't like I was waiting several days or even a day. Like, they were getting back to me within the next hour or so. And I've been wanting this book in the specific signature area. So as you can see, this is a 9.6. Let's take this out the bag. Oh, look, got a business card right here. But yeah, so this is a 9.6 signature series. This definitely feels like an older slab. So who knows, maybe I can look at this and see what the defects are, or even pay for grader's notes to see what's going on. But I wanted it where the signature was right around here. Now the one that I was talking about that's currently listed at about 28 or 29,000 or whatever the amount is in the same spot, but it had a little bit more curvature around there and it kind of looked a little bit better. But I thought this wasn't too bad either, and I might as well go for it. And I think I should probably note that other book was also a white pager, so that's kind of the biggest reason why the seller wanted to keep pushing it up. But they had discussed doing like 10,000 or something like that for me before, and then they just kept pushing it up. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to be able to negotiate with them on that. But the book is here. I'm glad to have it. And yeah, this will make my second signature series book. So now I have the Fantastic Four 52 with the Stan Lee signature, and now I have an Amazing Spider-Man 129 with the Stan Lee signature. And if we look at the CGC census right now, there's not a crazy amount. There's a good amount of them, so it's not too high, but it's also not too low with the numbers of signature series or just in total. So if we're looking at a 9.0 for Universal, we have 1,036 copies with 2 qualified, 106 signature series, 18 restored. So that puts it at a total altogether of 1,162 for a 9.0. You got the 9.2 sitting at 842 for a Universal, 2 qualified, 96 signature series, and 19 restored, with a total altogether of 959 copies. Now 9.4, you have 736 copies with 1 qualified, 65 signature series, 12 restored, and a total altogether for 814. 9.6 is 404 Universal, 0 qualified, 45 signature series with 3 restored, with a total of 452. And the last one, which is a 9.8, because there's nothing past a 9.8 after that for the grading scale, based off of the books that have been submitted. And so you have 147 for the Universal, 0 qualified, 5 signature series, 1 restored, with a total of 153. And if you notice, as you move from the 9.0 and go up, the amount gets smaller. Excuse me, but the amount gets smaller. So with that, I figured, why not? I think that there's going to be an interesting outlook for books going forward, especially these books that are getting older and older, as the fact that, some people are going to care about signature series, some people aren't. And the fact is that, with something like this, there's going to be a less, amount of it available. And if you really want it, by all means, I think this is the time to definitely go for it. But it's going to be interesting to see, how well these regular Universal copies do, and if that's going to become the more sought after thing, because maybe people don't want signature series books or signatures on their books. So we'll see what happens. But as usual, guys, I want to thank you for checking out this video. Whether you are old and whether you are new, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. And hey, if you got this, let us know. Let us know what else you're looking forward to, and what do you like about this channel. I think that's one of the biggest things. We've been trying to play around with stuff, and we've kind of taken a hiatus with a few things, but there's going to be more to come, and keep us locked in. Peace.